Hello, I'm Peter Ballant from Technicon. Welcome to this special video interview series where we talk with the experts in the field. We are once again talking about the EU project called Safe4RAIL-2. Part of this effort involves testing new wireless functions in trains, specifically the wireless train backbone and the wireless consist network. Today we speak with Raymond Knopp, a professor in digital communications from project partner Eurecom. He is also on the executive committee at the OpenAir Interface Community, so it's quite fitting that we talk about how OpenAir Interface fits into Safe4RAIL-2. Welcome, and tell us about your role in the Safe4RAIL-2 project and also about your day-to-day work.
Well, Eurecom is responsible for developing some of the modules which make up the wireless train backbone. Which really is there to allow for communication to occur in a device-to-device manner between the different wagons or consists of a train network. My day-to-day work is really managing the people that are developing OpenAir Interface for the various projects like Safe4Rail that we're involved in, and also coordinating collaborations outside of Eurecom with the community of developers and users of OpenAir Interface all around the world.
Tell us a little bit about OpenAir Interface and how it can be utilized in the quest to introduce wireless into trains.
Well, OpenAir Interface is an open source implementation of the radio access and core network protocols of 4G and now 5G. So basically what that means is using some either commercially available laboratory equipment like USRPs or more sophisticated radios that you would find in commercially deployed networks that deployed by operators using equipment from Nokia Ericsson, like more professional radios. It allows you to build an experimental platform for innovating in various use cases, as is the case here in the train use case. So being open source, what it allows us to do is collaborate with other developers and researchers around the world to enhance the implementation so that it is very useful in a research context.
So it sounds like this would work very well then in this project of Safe4RAIL-2, actually. But there must be some technical challenges as usual, but can you point out a few of the technical challenges with wireless communication for deterministic train communications, specifically using the OpenAir interface?
In the context of this project, the main challenge is bringing in the so-called side link communications, or the LTE V2X, into the picture. Originally in OpenAir Interface, we did not develop the side link or the device-to-device communication methods for release 14 V2X. We had done it for release 12 public safety communications, but that's a little bit different than what was required here in the context of Safe4Rail. So that is one of the main technical challenges, bringing that type of communication into OpenAir Interface so that it can be used in this context.
And when it comes to changing standards in the industry, what trickle-down effect do you experience in your work on Safe4RAIL-2?
Well, very naturally, when we're talking about side link communications or V2X, this is one of the big changes that we're seeing now inside of the 3GPP protocols. As we move into 5G, and in particular, the new radio release 16, we see that there are brand new versions of the so-called NR V2X, or new radio V2X. And that's a big challenge because a lot of our partners are very keen on using some of the new features that you find in these new versions of the Air interface. So that puts a lot of pressure on us to try and bring this in into our work as quickly as possible, so that we can even make the work that we're doing in a project like Safe4Rail even more pertinent, because we're using the newest technologies. And that brings a lot of challenges because things like latencies are reduced, and the bandwidths are larger, and the protocols are far more complex than what we have today.
Well, thank you for taking some of your time today to share your knowledge regarding the Safe4RAIL-2 project, and I wish you continued success for the remainder of the project and beyond.
Well, thank you very much for having me.